When your brand is riding a wave that just keeps growing, you need more than just the right platform, you need the right partner. Gander Clothing was scaling rapidly, but their e-commerce tech just couldn't keep up. That's when they partnered with Convert Digital. Since launching a headless Shopify Plus site in 2021, they've seen incredible results. A 300% increase in daily orders, 16% revenue growth, and a 12% conversion boost. With faster load times, a seamless checkout experience, and powerful omni-channel integration, Gander has transformed into one of Australia's biggest retail success stories. And it's all powered by Convert Digital's commerce expertise. It's commerce that stacks up. Read the full case study at convertdigital.com.au.
Welcome to The Checkout. We catch up with previous Add to Cart guests and ask them 5 quick questions to get to know them better and leave you with a little extra inspiration to get through your Friday. Here's your host, Bushy.
Today's checkout features Ryf Quail, Managing Director of NRF 2025 APAC, the retail event that's shaking up the Asia-Pacific region. We dive into Ryf's world, hearing about his weirdest online purchase for his son, the online store that fuels his motorbike obsession, and his take on the future of global payments. Ryf, welcome to the checkout. We had an awesome conversation around what's coming up at this year's NRF APAC in Singapore. Everyone who wants to know what is going on in the region, that is the place to be. We've got all the details there. We'll link to it in the show notes. But I've got 5 quick questions for you. Now, we might get some good answers because you're in the flurry of organising one of the biggest conferences in the world. So who knows where your head's at. Number 1, what is the weirdest thing that you've ever bought online?
Well, it's not that weird, but it's weird for a 52-year-old guy to buy. So I've got a 10-year-old son, and he lives in a virtual world. So I'm buying Roblox and Avatar kit the whole time as reward. So
yep.
My life is about bribing my son to be coerced into the things I want him to do, and that involves buying a lot of stuff on Minecraft, on Roblox, all that sort of thing. It's constant.
I've bought way too many V-Bucks and...
V-Bucks? Yeah, exactly. I don't even know what it's called. I'm like, oh my God. I tell you what, I can say for his generation, they are going to shop completely differently because they are all living in virtual worlds. It's insane.
Oh, it's a status symbol. You know what I mean? Like, I talk to him a lot about it. And I'm like, yeah, but mate, this is just virtual stuff. It's going to go away. He's like, yeah, but I can trade it and I can do this. And if I hang on to it, it goes up in value and I'll sell it later. I'm like, all right, it makes you happy. Let's go. All right, number 2, which retailer, and you gave us some great examples of some of the retailers in the APAC region that will be speaking at NRF, but which retailer has most inspired you recently?
You know, many people know that I'm just a completely mad motorbike rider. And so one of my favourite websites, it sounds naff, is MX Store. Because what you can do is you put in your motorbike and then it just spits out all the stuff you can buy. And then, right, as this is also unlike a 52-year-old man, I can hide all the purchases on Afterpay and have parcels arrive of all the different parts from my bike that have been spat out to me by MX Store because I've got this type of bike. So therefore I will have to buy this stuff. But I can't have my wife discovering that I'm buying this much stuff. So,
you've got a problem.
Correct, I do. There are some unopened packages still floating under my desk at home, which I can't talk about.
That is dangerous when you're travelling so much as well to have, random packages turning up left, right and centre.
MX Store is just like the fact that you can put your motorbike, the type of motorbike in, the year, the model, and then it just presents all the kit you can buy and all the things you can bolt onto it. It's just a complete trap. And it's addictive because it keeps updating the whole time.
They do an awesome job. Number 3, name a piece of tech that you or your business couldn't live without.
It was last week I went to a power retail lunch in Melbourne. Yep. It's not so much for me, but it made a lot of sense to me given I talked about cross-border trade before. One of the things and concepts that came up that was presented was orchestrated commerce. And so think about this, right? Orchestrated commerce. So if you're a retailer in Australia, you might rely on, say, one payment mechanism to take your payments in Australia, right? Mm-hmm. But you can't use that payment mechanism in Indonesia or Japan, right? So orchestrated commerce turns the whole thing on its head and empowers the retailer to have a middleware layer and then plug in the payment platform that's appropriate for that shopper. So whether in Australia you're presenting an array of payment options to target a particular section of the consumer, or you're going after a country, which case you can be an Australian retailer but go, well, I'm chasing, as I said before, Malaysians. And by the way, Malaysians are all about digital wallets, right? I can present, when someone hits the site from Malaysia, the array of payment options I play is controlled by the retailer through orchestrated commerce, that middle layer that allows them to present the payment options to that particular market.
Very cool.
So orchestrated commerce is something I've only just learned about, but I think it's going to be a winner for a lot of retailers trying to expand cross-border.
I feel we've got a new 2025 buzzword coming up.
I know, I love it. I heard it, I was like, that's cool. Every day's a school day.
Number 4, can you recommend a book or a podcast that our listeners should immediately get into?
I'm listening to an audio book at the moment. I'm part of a CEO group, and I heard this woman speak last week. It's a book called Grit by Angela Duckworth. And Grit talks about, her core of her study was she looked at US Marines, West Point, and the likelihood of those people not dropping out, progressing and completing. And there was no causal link between ability, physical or IQ. It was all about grit. And so she's actually defined and put a measure around grit and the things you can do to build that score, and then also use it to hone your skills and the types of practice you need to do to hone those skills to be an expert in a field.
Yeah, nice. I like it. Sounds like, is it a kind of a natural evolution from stoicism, kind of?
Yeah, it's more about understanding how to play to be at the top of your game. And for me, if you're looking at it from a leader's point of view, it's not just about doing it every day. It's practicing at a level that allows you to improve, because you can practice for lots of hours and plateau.
Yep.
What's the style of practice you need to execute to actually get better?
Cool. There we go. And we talked about that, that challenge to go from iMedia. He is such an established part of the e-commerce and marketing and retail community, and take it to the next level with NRF. Ryf, last question I've got for you. I think I know the answer. What is your biggest challenge today?
Well, my biggest challenge today is I can do content, I can do sales, I can help with marketing, but I can't do execution. I'm not a project manager. So my biggest challenge is just maintaining my anxiety while things get executed. That's the thing that stresses me the most. And that's more of a personal challenge for me because events attract a very diverse group of people. But for a show like ours, with so many moving parts, you have to trust others to execute on your behalf. I mean, you set the rails, but for me, execution is my biggest headache because it causes me the most anxiety. So
you're only running the biggest retail show in APAC. You'll be fine. Like, nothing could go wrong.
Thank you for the reassuring words, but it doesn't help.
Ryf, thank you so much for joining us on Add to Cart. We're going to see you in Singapore. Can't wait.
All right. Thanks, Bushy. Awesome.
Want more from Ryf? Jump back into the main episode where we explore the game-changing trends coming out of APAC, the rise of quick commerce, and why Australian retailers need to think beyond the US and the UK. Also, don't forget that, as mentioned in the main episode, we have a very exciting Add to Cart first, where we are taking an Add to Cart tour group over to NRF 2025 APAC in Singapore this June, and you're invited to join us. If you're a head of e-commerce, marketing, or a tech leader, or an e-commerce manager, this is your chance to immerse yourself in the future of retail. We're talking full VIP access to NRF APAC, an exclusive behind-the-scenes retail tech tour, a networking dinner with top Aussie e-com leaders, and a take-home insights pack so you can bring all your game-changing ideas back to your team and prove to your boss that you learned a lot. Plus, we're going to throw in a few surprises along the way. Spots are limited, so register your interest now at addtocart.com.au.